Hello friends, this is the Retro Bear once again in the gaming pantry, welcoming you to a new video, starting your week commencing the 12th of July. I don't usually do time dates or spots or anything like that, but it seemed quite appropriate to do it. Hope you are all well. Welcome back to the gaming pantry. This is a pickups video. Yeah, said last time there weren't going to be so many, and this is now the fourth time I've tried to record this. And you believe it. Whoops. There we go, just that. Yeah, fourth time I've tried to do this. The first time I recorded it with no sound on. The second time I recorded it and then deleted it by mistake. And the third time I started recording it and didn't like it in the slightest. So, hopefully, fourth time round, we'll get it right. Hope you're well. It's great to have you back here once again. Now, this video, as I said, it's been reshot. I've had to pick some more stuff up since I did the original video. So, what I've got in here is stuff from Tuesday the 6th of July and Saturday the 10th of July. And I'll sort of break it down. And there's a donation as well, a game I've been sent, which is brilliant. Just to address the game in the room in the background, in case you're wondering what all this is Ranger X on the Mega Drive, which is running off my Xbox emulator. Game I don't own. And I know actually nothing, but I think it's a side scroll, left to right shoot 'em up, I think it is. And what I've seen on there. I just picked these games at random. I've heard of it. I can't say I've actually played it or anything like that. So anyway, yeah, great to have you back. Thank you very much indeed for being here. It's good to talk to you once more. What have we got here today? Well, we've got, I can't even remember. We've got some old stuff. We've got some new stuff. We've got some stuff in between. Stuff bound to be falling over, dropping onto the floor. What else? I don't know. It's bloody warm in here, I tell you that now. Oh, dear me. That sun comes out, it'll get warm in here. I've got the fan going. If you can hear the fan going in the background, that's what that is anyway. Stupid microphone, supposed to stay where it's meant to. I'm not starting it again. That will have to do, I'm afraid. Right. So yeah, I was off work last week. So I spent a couple of days. That second video to come later on in the week. So if you watch that video and I'm talking about stuff in that video that doesn't make any sense to this video, that's because the original one's gone. Just thought I'd let you know. So the video next week might be a little bit confusing, but I'll try and fill in what I was talking about best before I could anyway. It's been one of them strange weeks, I don't know. Being off work, your brain just goes to mush. I think that's what it is. I hope that's what it is anyway. Right, so what have we got here then? So let's start with the pickups. And I went to Vintage Gamer. In fact, no, tell a lie. I went to a couple of places. Then I went to Vintage Gamer, which tends to be my one-stop shop for gaming goodness at the moment, because nobody else seems to have any games. But I can't keep going there all the time and spending money. Obviously, there's a fair bit spent here. There's a fair bit in the other video as well. So I can't keep doing that every week. Mind you, I'm not off work every week, so I won't be doing it every week. I might do. No, I try and do it in fits and starts. I mean, my last pickups video was the 5th of June, and then there was one which I did last week, which was for the 1st of July. So there's a big gap in between. That's because the car wasn't working properly, as I told the story in that video. And now I've got the car back. So I've been sort of hammering a little bit. Now, I think I've been out 4 times. I finished work on the Saturday, a week ago today, and I've been out 4 times. Saturday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday. I'm going to go back to work and stop spending money now. You never spent that much money in the first place. Well, I know. But this is different. You know, when you walk around and try and find things now, it's very, very difficult to pick up the stuff that you want. Just can't see it. So I'm sort of doing things and working on just filling gaps at the moment. Or collecting stuff that I want to collect. But the thing is, that's the expensive stuff. Anyway, let's start off with something that was sent to me last week by a very, very good friend of mine. And he is a very good friend of mine, because I think he's been following me on YouTube from the very early days when nobody used to watch. And I think he started, and he was very much the same as well. I think we had people watching each other's videos. Goodness knows where we got to now anyway. But and he's a guy everybody knows and loves him. He's got a very unique way of doing his videos. I think he's an absolute cracking chap, and hopefully we will be able to get together and do something in the future. That would be really nice. We know we talked about it briefly, but we never actually got around to doing it. But hopefully we'll do it. Anyway, so to go in my Master System collection, which I've been really hammering at the moment, and this is going to be quite Master System heavy, This was sent to me in exchange for something else, which I've sent to him, and he will probably be showing that at some point in the future. And we've done a few exchanges before. Anyway, he sent me this, and I was absolutely thrilled to get it. I didn't realise it was in such good condition as it was. So you know my Master System games, I do look for a couple of things with the manuals, essential, decent box, essential, hang tab. If it's got it, great. But I'm happy with the manual and a decent box to go with it. So I've been sent Pit Fighter, which most people would say that's a terrible game. Yes, it is a terrible game. It's a terrible game on most systems. I think I remember seeing it in the arcade and just thought, I was never into that Mortal Kombat, Primal Rage, Pit Fighter digitised graphic fighting games. Just not really appealed to me. And I did get a note as well, which I'll read out to you. And already this video seems incredibly different to the 3 previous ones I've done. So if I find myself getting confused, that's why. I'm getting a bit confused about it. Hi mate, apologies for the delay in sending this. I may still have some Wii games. Well, good. The old wall of Wii always needs filling for you later on, but not sure what I want to keep and get rid of. Okay, thank you for your support with everything, and looking forward to many more videos in the future. Regards, Martin. P.S. Sorry about the manual, it's the only one I have of it. And Martin is of course that UK gamer, the one who collects FIFA games, if you don't know what I'm talking about. And this is the inside of the box. As you can see, someone's had a go with the old biro with that one. So someone's called him Pit Fighter and added some realistic blood. That's it. I think it looks quite good. If you look at it there, it doesn't look too bad. In real life, it looks a bit not as good, but that doesn't look bad on the camera, does it? I think that looks quite good. Really good. I don't think Martin's done it because it's all in the lines. If it was outside the lines, I'd probably say it was him. There's a card. Am I showing the cartridge? I never show the cartridges. I'm just showing Stu it's the right way around if he's watching. And there's the back of the box. But yeah, I mean, this is great. Complete Pit Fighter game, and absolutely thrilled to have that. So Martin, thank you very much indeed for that, my friend. You have been very generous. That's the second or third thing he's donated to me, which is really nice of him. I think it's second or third thing. It's definitely been a couple of times anyway. But yeah, great. Thank you very much indeed, my friend. So that arrived for me. It missed my last pickups video by a couple of days, I think it did. I think it arrived on the Tuesday last week after I come back from Vintage Gamer. And then I went up there, went around a few places, couldn't find anything. So I went to Vintage Games, spent a bit of time in there. And with my Master System stuff, I'm just basically now going through it, clearing out the loose cartridges and replacing them with boxed, with manual versions. Again, like I said, I ain't bothered about if it's got a hang tab on there or not. I just want an upgrade. Because as I said before, and I'll say it again, I would like one collection where I've got, particularly the retro stuff, not so much this, all that, which you can't see, the PlayStation wall, all the Xbox stuff around there, or the PlayStation 3, or the Xbox 360, whatever. I would like one of these oldie-timey retro gaming systems to actually have a collection of games where everything, excuse me, it's rather unpleasant, cheese onion crisp at dinner time. But I would like a collection of games all in the boxes and with the manuals and everything like that. And I don't, I'm not going to go for a full set because I've fed up starting sets and never completing them. I think most people are fed up sort of asking me the same questions. Are you going to complete that set? The answer is going to be no. Why do I start collecting them? I don't know. Insulation, I keep saying. But taking feeling insulation today, it's like a sauna in here. But yeah, I mean, I can't go around collecting box Mega Drive games. I don't have the resources for that. Box SNES, good whistle. Boxed NES, box N64, forget that. So I thought, do you know what? The Master System, good sturdy cases. They look great. I've always liked that sort of look, that case look to me. The game's still at the moment, and there's a lot of interest in the Master System. But there are a lot of the games that are still quite cheap to pick up. And luckily, lots of the cartridges I do have are quite cheap, so upgrading them isn't so much. And I know I've got 6, I think, loose now, which I don't need. I'm sending 2 somewhere else. I'm sending 4 somewhere else. I'm sending 2 somewhere else. I still have 4, I think, left over now. After this and the other video, which I won't spoil. So I have 4 loose cartridges to get. But basically, I think I have now. I've started saying basically rather than sort of. I've now probably got somewhere in the region of around about 50 to 60, 45 to 60 box Master System games, which I'm very happy with. Very happy with. So the first 3 I'm going to show you are box upgrades for loose cartridges, and then I'll show you the new ones that I got. So first one up, and again, I only got a box version of this Mega Drive game last year when Big Game Al gave it to me, because I think everybody in here was absolutely stunned that I hadn't got a boxed version of that game. And exactly the same with the Master System, and the Game Gear as well. I do have boxed variants of this series, don't get me wrong, but not the ones that everybody seems to have. So this is Sonic. Now my I've got Master System 1, obviously that's built in with Hang On, and my Master System 2 is actually built in with Alex Kidd, so not the Sonic variant. So that's good. What have we got inside? Really nice looking manual on this one. I hope that's a proper one. It's all nice in black. Love that. That's really, really good. Really nice clean copy of that. I mean, everything about that. The only thing that's missing off there is the Sega sticker. But to be honest with you, and again, because I had so many copies of it, this one I think I just picked up by luck was a really, really good, really nice clean copy. So that's Sonic the Old Hedgehog. Of course, it's a different game to the Mega Drive version, which is why some people prefer playing it. Yeah, all good, that one. Next up, one of the more cheaper ones with a cracking box design on this. The artwork is magnificent. This is Black Belt. I mean, look at that. I mean, that could be absolutely anything, couldn't it? It's a foot. It could be Monty Python Simulator before all we know. I mean, oh, you know, sailor pantaloon fighting. I've really got no idea. It's definitely nothing to do with. You look at that. I think it's got nothing to do with karate. Just this black belt. Not the greatest manual. Bit tatty around the old edges, but it's got a manual. It's all complete. Again, nice box on this one. Nice box. Nice sturdy box. The hang tab is a bit loose, but it's still there. And there's the back of it. Did I show you the back of Sonic? I can't remember. I'll just show you the back of Sonic very, very quickly. There we go. I can never remember. And there we go. So, I mean, that's a really nice copy of that one. Again, not a cheap game, not an expensive game to find that one. Although prices are going up a little bit now. And they go up for everything. Next one, again, this is a game I got on the Mega Drive last year from Dainster. I'll mention, I had a quick message from him the other day. He seems to be alright, which is good. I know some people have seen him, but yeah, so I got the Mega Drive version of this. Actually, it's down there, behind all that stuff, if you can't see behind the chair. I haven't hidden very well. So this is Land of Illusion, starring Michael Mouse. Now this is the Master System version. The Mega Drive version got him and Donald Duck, but this is just him on his own, I think, in this one. I don't think you can play as Donald in this one. No. But there we go. I think, yeah, I'm sure it's a completely different game as well. Might be. Again, so what we've got here, not a bad manual. Not a bad, a little bit faded, but it's there in good condition, so that's good. It's nice clean copy as well, which is good. A couple of dents on the back, but nothing to worry about. Bit of clean up will do that. There we go. So, Land of Illusion, Mickey Mouse. So those are the three that replace my cart-only ones. I'm going to put those over there. And there we go. So you don't bend forward too much, or you can see the balding patches. So those were the ones there. These here, which are 4, I bought these because I hadn't got them. There we go. That's why you buy things, because you haven't got them. Possibly. I don't know. Oh, there goes my microphone. I told you I'd drop something. There we go. Oh, they did see the top of my head there. There we go. Yes, so I bought these. Again, 2 hang tabs missing, but I've got the manuals and the cartridges, and just picked these up because I haven't got them. Don't see them all that often, but a couple of these are quite difficult to track now. Let's start with this one, which I was very interested to get. The only copy they had in there, and this is F-16 Fighter, the Sega cartridge. Little bit of a tear there. Now, someone have put, it looks like that's been cut out, and someone's put a sticker in there or something. I've really had no idea why. Now, this one's got a nice one. It's actually got a glossy manual. I'm not sure you can see that there, but there's actually a bit of a gloss to that one. Again, nice box, apart from that little cut there. It does shut. And then, there we go. This came from Canuck Game Exchange. I'm pretty sure I've long gone, but there we go. You don't see that one all that often. I think that was why I was attracted to it. I said before, I've sort of got to the point with the games in there now where I've either got the ones that I want from there, or the ones I've left behind are like tatty copies, or them, you know, the manuals missing certainly. So I might have to start sort of going on a manual hunt, because that's my next thing. So if I don't buy them because I ain't got the manuals in them, do I now go and try and find the manuals? Possibly. It's a slippery old path to go down, that one. This one weighs an absolute ton. I'm not sure why, but we have a Sega sticker, which is good. I think this is the only one of these here with a Sega sticker down the side. No hang tab on this, sadly. And this is Golfomania, which I was advised at the time is not as what's the word? Common as I think it is. And it's also got battery backup memory as well. That'll be interesting to see if that still works or not. I don't know. The cartridge is the right way around, but the manual isn't. It's also got one of those lovely Master System posters, which I'm not going to get out. Yes, I am. No, that's made my mind up for me. Yes, I'm going to get that. And I do like showing these off because these are just great. There we go. Sega Games Catalogue. I've seen this sell on eBay for people selling this for like £2 plus postage. I've got so many of these. I've probably got 5 or 6 of these now. So you can see we've got arcade games. Bring it a bit closer, you can see it rather than get closer. You've got arcade games, action games, shooting games, adventure games, role-playing games, sports games, family games, all sorts of stuff there. And then we can just see the back, and you can see you've got the Master System too. So obviously this is quite a late one. I'm not showing the old one. You've got the controller there. You've got the old phaser. The rapid fire unit, which is good as I've shot this for the 4th time, because initially I did call that the RF unit. And then realised when reading it at the same time it said rapid fire on it. So yeah, you know, you remember it had the 3D glasses. I didn't realise it actually had an auto fire unit for it as well. How fantastic is that? That's really good. I didn't realise that. That keeps moving. Still. There we go. So that's and then of course the old controller which I've got. So I'm really happy with that. And of course down there there's a Mega Drive, and also the Game Gear, which was new. When was this published? At some point in the past. I didn't actually tell you, but yeah, great to have. I like finding that. We used to love finding receipts when we first started doing these pickup videos. We love finding receipts, Brucey bonuses we used to call them. But that's always nice to find something like that in there as well. And like I said, if you want a true completion, I don't know how many of these games actually had those catalogues in originally, but if you're a true completist, you'll be going for something like that. You know, my copy of Golfomania hasn't got a catalogue. I'll go and buy one. So there's the back of it anyway. I do like a golf game. I've got world-class leaderboard. Putt and putter is ironically one I can't get hold of with a manual at the moment. But yeah, so that's quite some weight in that. The cartridge, I mean, it's a manual. The cartridge is exactly this, maybe a little bit heavier. Be interesting to see what state that's in, because obviously with the battery backup in there, that could either still be working or completely failed. But yeah, anyway, so Golfomania. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And then next up, we've got, this one's not, there's a couple of problems with this one. This is George Foreman's Knockout Boxing. He's obviously looking thrilled because they told him how many grills he'd sold before he made this game, and then realised he would be breaking it in. It's got a old label attached to it there, and also there's a bit of a peel off on the plastic, which I can get a bit of glue on, but this does have the hang tab. There were 2 copies of this in there. This was the one I picked up because the other cartridge had a big sticker on it, which was in partly peeled off state and looked like it was going to be a real bitch to get off, so I left it as it was. So there we go. Again, nice. Again, these quality of these cases that they used to do, they're so good. Love these. They're absolutely brilliant. Good condition. That's what we like. There we go. And there's the back of the box there. So boxing games. There's a few boxing games for the Master System. Rocky's the one which most people will know. There's also Heavyweight Champ as well, which I've got. And I think I've got that without the manual. That was an old CEX job last year. The one and only time I've ordered from CEX mail order, and believe me, I will not be doing that again. Especially after spending some time in their stores lately with so many games on the Master System they've had in. I think I'll tell a story in my next video about that. Watch that one, that's an interesting one. But yeah, just don't trust them. And then finally, an arcade classic, certainly a game that I remember from years and years ago, both from the arcade and the home version. And this is not just Chase HQ, this is Taito, or Taito Chase HQ, as it says on the spine. So we'll be filing that under T, won't we, Sean? Yes, we will. Taito Chase HQ by Taito, but it's got Sega on it. And obviously that's because it's a different game to... I mean, look at the art on that. I mean, the art on that is terrible. I mean, you're mad about the other ones, but look at that. I mean, that cartoony or what? It's going to be a high-speed police chase game, not sort of like some sort of like wacky racing variant. It really is a high. I actually hate that more than when other people sort of hate Black Belt and World Soccer and Formula 1 Grand Prix, and Outrun, which has basically got a palm tree and a car. That's all it's got. That is 10 times worse than that, believe me. You look at that and go, you've never played the game before, you didn't know anything about it. What is that? I mean, the police car hasn't even got a siren on it. If you watch my Commodore Corda video when I did the review of Chase HQ on the Commodore 64, and I moaned about the loading picture was so badly deformed, and that's worse. That is terrible. Absolutely terrible. No hang tab on this one, but we do have a manual. And again, see, the cartridge even says Taito Chase HQ on it. Man, there must have been some licensing issues here where they had to get that in, because you don't usually see that on the other games. That's the back of it as well. So there we go. So those were the Master System games I got. They'll go straight into the collection when I clear some space off to put them all on the shelf. Because I realised earlier I can actually now, with all those loose cartridges taken, move those out of the way and probably get most of them on the shelf now, possibly. I'm having to change round at some point. We've made plans. We spent this week off work. We've sort of made plans about how best it is to control this habit I've got, but also to make it more accessible and put everything in one place. So we're going to have the pantry as such. Won't be a lot changing there. Maybe some stuff will get swapped out into the, and we're going to move into the other room, which we'll need to paint the other room first, because it's got to be a guest bedroom. So the compromise with Mrs. Bear is I can callax down the one wall and into the corner. Eddie and I'll know what I'm talking about. Down the left hand side, go along that wall and into the corner, and then I can put callax in there. I can then take box stuff and put that on top. Obviously make sure to keep it clean, but it displays it a bit better. And then hopefully all the stuff that I've got in boxes and plastic containers can then go into there, and I can display those in there. And it's probably a better room for that. So that will simply just be used for the overflow storage, whereas this room will still be used for the gaming section as such. I'll still play my games in here, I will still have games around here, but that really will be it. There will not be anywhere else to go after that, because the other side of the room needs to be kept for if we get Mrs. Bear's mum come to stay with this room, because she does do that because she lives elsewhere. So there's a chance that she'll want to stay or come, and when it's safe to do so, when we're allowed to have people in other people's houses again safely. It's a guest bedroom. That's what it should be. It can't be a gaming room. And we use this room. I say we. It's not just a games room. Mrs. Bear does her work in here as well. So I'm going to be, compromised on that. That's it. But once that gets filled, it's going to be really, really difficult to sort of say I'm going to need to get, something. Then will have to go. Let's not talk about that now. Let's talk about what else I've got in Vintage Gamer on the 6th of July. Wii game, and this is Haunted House, which is the only Wii game that they got that I hadn't got. That's good, isn't it? Oh, sorry, this is getting a real pain in the arse. Sorry, probably no better, but there we go. But yeah, this is the only Wii game they had which I haven't got, and they must have had about 100 or so. But this is actually an update of the old Atari 2600 game, if you remember that. Some people will do. I never played it myself, but if anyone knows if that game is sort of an Easter egg somewhere in here, that'd be really interesting to find out. Very nice copy. It's got the safety manual and the disc and the manual in it, although it looks like it has been to game at some point. I went in game the other day. God dear, that's not the same shop, is it? I mean, I know they focus primarily now on the modern systems. I mean, it's Switch, Xbox One onwards, PlayStation 4 onwards. That's it. But the amount of tap they've got in there, plushies, T-shirts, merchandise, Lego stuff. It's not a game shop anymore, which is great because I don't need to go in there. I don't do modern gaming. There's the back of it anyway. So yeah, nice for that one. It's 12 rated game as well, actually, this one. So might be interested to see how that plays. It looks quite cartoony from the front. You've got 12 rating on it, which probably means it's going to scare me. And there's quite a scary looking picture on the back there, that face. Dare to be scared, possibly. I have absolutely no idea. Then I picked this up because it was the bargain bucket, but it was a very nice copy of, and I hadn't got this one. I'm not sure how many more there are in this series on this particular system. Maybe one, maybe two. Somebody, Al will know, I dare say. This is FIFA 06 on the Gamecube. Yes, the Gamecube. But nice copy. It's got the hologram in place. Very, very good. Manual's a little bit water damaged, but it does have the safety manual, which you'll be pleased to see. There we go. It was important to have that in there. Disc is in good condition. This is the bargain bucket, so didn't pay a lot for it. But it's a nice version of it. I you know, always used to say don't leave GameCube games and PlayStation 1 games on the shelf for £1, even if it's a FIFA game, because one, you might be able to use the box for something else, and two, you don't leave that sort of stuff behind at that price. £5 or £6, yeah, leave it there for as long as it needs to stay there until it rots. But that, you know, £2, £1, whatever, pick it up. It's good for something. And then a Spectrum game, yes, a Spectrum game, more 8-bit stuff. I've been looking at this for a couple of weeks actually, and this is because they've got quite a lot of these. I've been looking at compilations a lot, and they've got quite a lot in there. But some of the boxes are missing some of the cassettes, and you can't quite put them together properly. But this actually, and some of the boxes as well, because it's cardboard, really sort of shocking state. You probably get a good price for them because they're in such a poor condition. But this one's actually quite good, so I dare say I probably paid top whack for this. So this is Game Set and Match 2 on the Spectrum. There's two of these. A friend of mine had Game Set and Match on the Commodore 64, and it had loads of sports games in there. And this is the follow-up to it. So we've got from the top there, we've got Super Bowl, Winter Olympiad 88, Basketmaster, Ian Botham's Test Match, which I think has got a bug in it, which means it doesn't work properly, or you can't get somebody out, or something like that. Super Hang On, which I've already got, I think, on the Hit Squad. Got Match Day 2, which we've got about 12 copies of. Nick Faldo's Open, Championship Sprint, which I've also got on a compilation with Super Sprint and another game, which I can't remember now. We got Track and Field, and then Steve Davis Snooker, which I think I've also got as well. But it's just such a nice, I mean, you look at that there, I mean, Retro Kit will probably, and Birdsall, Dave Birdsall will probably go, oh, that's quite nice, you know. Like the look at that. I hope they're going like that. Like that. What we've got inside, we've got the manual, there it is, giant manual. Nice reading material there for you. But in good condition. Okay, it's got a bit of fold in it, but you'll let a line out when it's due. And then we've got some tapes, 4 tapes, brilliant. So completely complete, as it would be. There's the back of the box as well, just to show you some screenshots, which you may or may not be able to see because my fingers are in the way. But yeah, something like this in good condition, I am very happy to pick up and pay a good price for. Yeah, so if you chuck in those 1, 2, 3, 4, those 7 Master System games, the Wii game and the Gamecube game, it was 60 quid all told, I think it was. I had a 10 in my pocket, so 50 quid pay for that. And I think that's not a bad price at all. I think that's a fairly decent price. I would certainly say it's probably a tenner on the Game Set and Match game. Probably at least a £5 on the Wii, maybe a little bit more than that. The 3 I showed at the start, probably the cheaper ones of the Master System games, but certainly Chase HQ, Golfomania, I think I was told in there, 10 quid minimum if you're trying to buy that at the moment or trade it in. So yeah, I'd say that's a good value. I'm happy with that anyway. I paid for it. Very, very pleased with it. Great stuff. So thrilled to get that. Then let's move on to what I've got today, which is Saturday the 10th of July. Which I went out again today. I had to go and do some posting. For those, yeah, if you're watching this on Monday when this video goes out, you probably will have already had what I've posted to people. They'll know. So I did a bit of posting and go and pick some stuff up for the food wise. I thought I'll do a quick run round. Not really an awful lot there. I did pick a couple of things up. Got the PlayStation 1 games from a charity shop, which for all things is great. Possibly my first charity shop finds for a few weeks, a good few weeks. Possibly going back as far as when the shops opened again. So what we get for £1, we got Ski Air Mix, which is by Midas, so we all know how good that's going to be. That was £1. Does have, I try and do this without breaking the cases. Case actually is pretty good in this one. Does have the manual and the disc in there. That was £1. Like I said earlier, don't ignore pound games. It does say £1.50 cash converter sticker on the back there. Ignore that. I paid £1 in the charity shop for that, and that sticker was welded on. So that's going to take some getting off that. But that was £1. So I'm not going to leave that on the shelf. There's a copy of Madden 2000 which I'd already got, so I've left that one behind. I'm hoping mine isn't a no, it isn't. It's a proper copy. And the other game I picked up, which is a platinum one, which I don't usually buy, but I haven't got this game. And it was covered in old game labels. You know, you used to put those 3 stickers around the side. It needs a bloody good clean, this box. Sticker residue everywhere. This is Actua Soccer. I've got the 3rd one of this. So this is the platinum version. I think my friend Rob's already got this one. Really thick. Look at the size of that manual. God, there's some reading material there. And then we've got the platinum disc inside. So apart from the box being a bit sticky, I mean, all that. Yeah. Hear that? Yeah. Another cash converter sticker on the back. Again, just paid £1 for it. Wasn't a massive fan of Actua Soccer back in the day, but my friend Andy had it. We used to play that quite a bit. And another game I picked up, if you may have seen my recent modern games collection. What? You play modern games, Retro Bear? Well, yes, I do. Well, I do occasionally, but Mrs. Bear does. Or Mrs. Bear has a PS4 collection, as some people have cottoned onto. It's not my PS4 collection, it's Mrs. Bear's. And you're quite right, actually, because it is. I bought another game which she'd been... she hadn't... I say she'd been after it. No, she hadn't. I've been after it for her for ages, because I know she played the original this years and years and years ago. And a lot of people know the name. And this is, on the PlayStation 4, this is Elite Dangerous. So her first introduction to playing video games was sort of space trading. How'd you get that? I don't know. So there, again, modern games. I'm going to show you the disc. I don't think there's a manual to go with it. He said it's the Legendary Edition, which should have the Elite Dangerous, the Horizon Season Pass, and the 1,000 Frontier Points. But I dare say they've probably gone. But it's not easy to pick up this one at all. In fact, I've actually seen 2 copies of this week. One was the German version, so it's got German across the back of it. It's no good, she doesn't speak German. And this was the English one. And only the last shop I went into, I thought, let's have a quick look at this. This was CEX. Oh, there it is. And I paid £20 for that. But it's a present. So, she knows I paid £20 for it because I still left the label on when I gave it to her. There you go, present for you. Oh, you've paid £20 for this, haven't you? Yes. But that would have been what I took out with me to spend on games today, and I didn't buy any games because I had £5 coins in my pocket, so I paid for those 2 games there. So that was my last pick-up this week, PlayStation 4. Elite Dangerous. But not my sort of game, so I'll leave that one for Mrs. Bear to have a go at. And that is it. That is all the pickups from there. So I hope that was alright, 4th attempt. I'm not doing it again. I have pressed the record button. The sound is going. So that should be a wrap, folks, as they say in the business. Hope you've enjoyed that. If you have enjoyed that, please do remember to give the video a thumbs up. Do this. That thing there. Thumb up the video. Share it around. Tell your friends. If you want to, please leave a comment. I always say it every video. And I always say to people starting YouTube, if people comment your videos, respond to it. Build up a rapport with the people who watch your videos. Comments are great, always love to respond to them. YouTube having its usual problems at the moment. There were 3 people who responded to me on my King of the Community video. I think it was 8-Bit Rach and a couple of other guys. If you haven't had a response to your message you left me, that's because YouTube is eating it. I've got no idea where it is. It ain't on my video, it's on my notifications, and likewise people are putting comments on my videos and I'm getting no notifications. I'm having to check each video at the moment to make sure I've not missed anything. So if your comment isn't visible and I haven't responded to it, that's because I can't respond to it, if that makes any sense. So I'm really sorry. And one of the worst things is when you're doing shout outs to people and you don't get the comments. If they very kind of come back to you and say, oh, thank you very much, and yeah, thank you very much for doing that shout out, it's great of you to do it, as those 3 tubers did. I think there was one before that, SLR Mod Shop. I know you left a comment and I couldn't respond to that either. It's a pain in the arse sometimes, it really is. So if it's there and I responded to it, that's because I've seen it. If it's not there and I can't respond to it, there's not a lot I can do, I'm afraid. So I'm not ignoring people, so please don't think I'm doing that. I'm sitting here sort of saying comment on videos and then people do and I don't respond to them. Yeah, so comment, like, subscribe. If you want to subscribe, please feel free to do so. It'd be great if you did, because that really inspires me to do more videos and more variations. And I've got more variations lined up at some point if I can just be bothered to film them. And yeah, share the video as well. Put it onto social media and whatever and say, look, you know, this guy can do it, so can you. In the meantime, that's all for now. Do take care. There's another video coming Thursday, which will be pickups from Wednesday, the 7th of July. Another round at Vintage Gamer. And as a really, if you like your wacky peripherals, I don't usually do trailers of videos, but if you like your wacky peripherals, you'll want to watch that one. Because I don't usually go to Vintage Gamer twice in a row, 2 days in a row. I barely go twice a month. But I went back, so I left something behind and thought, I want to go back and get that. Stories in that video, go and watch that, it's really good. In the meantime, thank you very much indeed for the pleasure of your company. Please stay safe out there. Stay there. Yeah. Be careful, be good and careful. We'll see you again very soon. Until then, take care. Bye for now.